Alright, so we got the deployment done here. We got the Japanese versus the American Marines. And
Kind of hiding behind the Wildwood support.
yeah, it's a brother v brother battle, just like the Civil War, but different. Yeah, we'll get into turn one and catch up with you after. Alright, this is the end of turn one. The Japanese have moved up to the trees and pushed through the tree line. The Americans have also done the same.
Pushed into the tree line.
There were shots fired from the LMG in this squad. Well, and
Right,
rifles.
supported by rifles. The rifles got 2 hits even on 6 and stuff.
Into that squad right over there, which they suffered a pin and suffered 2 casualties.
Good. So, turn 2 recap. Some shenanigans happened. I got the first die, which allowed the squad that had taken casualties last turn to put some fire down range with their Brownings and their one remaining rifle. And killed 2?
One game.
Just one? Was it just one? No, because I killed one out of the squad.
They killed 2 with that squad.
Who knows? I killed some amount of guys out of this squad with the shooting. From these guys, which put a pin mark on them. They then got their die to shoot back, but then they failed their leadership test and went down. This squad decided that was the time to attack, jumped out, took more shots, killed another guy, put another pin marker, even hitting on 7s with some of their stuff.
For a total of 3 casualties in that squad.
Yep. And 2 pin markers. But then, of course, this squad decided to dash around and be insanely great shots, and took out 3 of my squad, 3 of the Marines. And
I mean, actually, they're pretty average.
you got
very big
5
lines.
you got 4s and 5s to hit. And
Oh,
you
yeah.
missed with 1 shot.
Yeah, one shot miss. Yeah, out of
So
the
it was
7
above
shots.
average
Or
shots.
6 shots. Yeah. And then our leaders both kind of just moved up to support the units.
Yep,
Although my guy moved up, and then the unit that he was going to support moved around.
Because he kind of accidentally blocked them in. Because
Yeah.
it was ideally they would have come up here to take shots and still be in cover. But yeah, it all comes down to who goes first, whether these guys are hosed or get to do more damage.
Yep. So that's turn 2.
Yep.
And on to turn 3. So round 3's been quite eventful.
So, as you can see, the Japanese squad came forward. They got the first move came up. Actually, sorry, the sergeant.
Did Dick all in shooting?
No, they killed a dude, but it was mostly the. No, you're right. They only killed 1 guy.
Yeah. Yeah,
That was
Dick
it.
all. I advanced up, did Dick all, and then died.
The squad. Remember, mind your language. This is.
Dick, it's fine.
Anyways, his platoon commander, which you notice is absent, came forward, killed the Browning that is somewhere over here in the dead pile. And then the squad came forward and did nothing. Because these guys decided to go down. Because nuts to that.
Yep.
And then in response, this squad came forward, hosed these guys down, and then
Took 5 guys out.
took 5 guys out. My platoon commander came forward, hosed down his guy.
Yeah, got 3 killing shots
Yeah.
on my 2-man.
And then they had a foobar.
And yeah, these guys foobarred and ran away. And that's the second morale test. Easy to pass morale test that they have failed.
Well, they had a -2 that time.
Still easy to pass.
Yeah. But that's why painting's huge in this game. That is why that is a thing.
So we're looking, hopefully the Japanese get to go first and get the
the
Banzai
charge.
So at least I can take 1 unit off this game.
If not, they're probably toast.
Well, on to turn 4. Turn number 4. Stuff happens. So,
As you can see, the Americans haven't moved around too much. The guys came out of the woods, so they had better shots on the squad here. Took out at least 1 more.
yep, and they went down.
They went down to avoid the fire because and he tried to bait me into shooting them with these guys also. But these guys managed to actually pass an order test.
Yep, passed an order test, moved back up, and then shot. And caused a pin marker.
Yeah,
there.
they only got a pin marker on these guys, who then shot back, who then passed an order test, got rid of the pin marker, shot back, and killed about 4 of them. 3 of them.
3 of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
It's still 2-man, so they're fine with morale because the result.
And these guys failed their morale test and stayed down. Because,
yep.
Yeah, they have 4 pin markers, but I can roll less than 6. I'm generally terrible at rolling. So.
Yeah.
But apparently not that day.
So now to see if we get a banzai charge or if the Japanese just get hopelessly slaughtered by gunfire.
Yeah, that's basically, do the Japanese go first or do the Americans? If the Japanese go first, hey, those guys get to do their thing. Woo!
Do we kill a squad? Or no?
Or no.
Alright, we'll get back to you.
Tune in next time. Alright, end of turn 5 and the game. With the Marines holding the center field and Bull being the last one standing. As you can see, there is distinct lack of a lot of people. The lieutenant did a suicide charge into the Japanese squad, taking everybody killing each other at times.
Well, the flag bearer stayed, but then he lost Zealot and ran.
Yep. And then this squad had their advance order, came up. So the machine gun killed the squad, the buddy first off. First off, the 2 guys who were here killed the dude who was with the machine gun squad. What? Turn 5 was the big turn, actually. Never mind. We had the banzai charge.
Yep, we had the
let's
banzai
start from
charge.
The beginning. We had the banzai charge, came in, wiped out the front squad of Marines. Good, solid hit. They got all their kills. Then, Japanese got to go twice in a row. Took a shot, took out the platoon leader's buddy. Platoon leader passed his order test, went in, killed 2, died.
Barely passed his leadership test.
Barely. He rolled a 10. And he's a veteran. He had the squad leadership veterans. And then this squad came forward and were able to handedly hose down those guys in the trees. Not. I wasn't even through all my shooting dice. So let's just see, if it works. But yeah. So Americans being able to move and shoot is really nice.
Yep.
So far, I'm appreciating that. I almost, like in a bigger game, you might almost not want all the SMGs in the squads.
The shorter
These guys
range.
are built for early war, for early war, so they don't have the shotguns that mixed in with them, which would give me that little bit of extra range, which would be nice. I have more Marines; they will be built with shotguns, and just more Marines in general. So I have more infantry because right now I only have the 2 squads. But yeah, they're really good. Banzai charge is great, but it takes a surprising amount of work to get there.
Yep.
Even in this tight, we came right at each other here, and that's still, you had to get around, get into position, and even then, you went down that turn because I was going to just cut you to pieces with that shooting otherwise.
Yeah, they preserved themselves by going down before the banzai charge.
And which was huge.
Yep.
And then my squad not being elected because they just got so many pins on them. It was just like, yep, we're going down. Cool.
My squad's not doing anything but a couple pins.
Yeah, right, yeah. You guys got 1 pin, went down, got another pin, foobarred backwards, and had to come forward. And I think they got a good hit that first turn that they came back. And then again, they killed the squad leader's buddy that second turn. And that was after I'd taken out all but the machine gun and the sergeant.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So all in all, it was
fairly close. If I had rolled differently, if he had been able to take out my sergeant right away, because that's the thing, I failed to kill him right off the bat.
Yeah.
With the come in, it was 2 rounds or 3 rounds. It was the 3rd round of fighting.
If I had rolled a single 5 in the first 2 rounds of fighting, I would have killed.
6 dice.
Yeah, out of 6 dice, if I had rolled 1 5 up, then I would have killed the lieutenant, and then I would have had 3 guys left over.
Because I would have probably had to sit in the woods, take shots at these guys instead of coming forward to take shots at those guys.
Which would have at least bought me another turn of LMG fire into the woods.
Yeah. Or at least the 50-50 chance, because it would have been the next turn 6.
Yeah.
Who knows? But again, and who knows? We probably did some stuff wrong. This is our first game together. We've both read the rules, but
my first game total, and then you've done a couple other
I played
smaller
2 games back in South Dakota, but that was Americans versus Germans, and I was on the German side.
So yeah, now we'll set up and possibly do another round.
Oh, we have tanks.
Much bigger round with yeah.
Sherman, we got
Armor.
That thing is.
The Chai Hai.
We wanted to do this is a
Chihate.
good, we wanted to do the the good demo thing, which is the 2 infantry squads and platoon command, just the absolute minimum compulsory stuff, and toss it out just to like mess around with the orders and.
Yeah, just to play, just to learn the rules. Which my learning of the rules was don't try and go into the train with the unit that you want to bonsai across the field. Just go forward.
Well, and that's almost where having a bigger squad helps. Like we've been arguing with this, well, not arguing, discussing, because we both agree that taking bigger squads generally isn't a great idea, unless maybe you're Russians, or French.
But I mean, taking bigger squads for bonsai charge, yes. Taking bigger squads for regular things, not necessarily.
But having that dedicated, like, hey, these are my guys who are just going to run for, like the guys with the bamboo spears, taking a full-size squad of those. Backed up. Yeah, yes. Backed up with the political officer and like maybe a medic.
Yep.
Just running up the table and not. Don't try to aim around the train as much as possible because you don't want to slow down. Just want to keep going, attack. And yeah, because otherwise, having multiple small squads just seems to be the best way to go. That being said, I had maxed out squads. I had maxed out squads in range, but they only come in 8-man squads.
Yeah, whereas I can take up to 15 for some odd reason. Alrighty, well, we'll call this game done. Good Allied American Marine victory.
Pushing into for those of you who are aware, we were only playing like this much of it.
Yeah, we're only playing with 3x4, so only right past that T section there.
Yeah. And so like this, we're imagining that Americans are doing the search and destroy. We're pushing into like a kind of our terrain is fairly limited. I'm still working on the jungle stuff, and I left most of it in South Dakota.
And yeah, we'll see more of it coming up.
Yeah, see more of it.
Alright. For now, this is us signing out.
Sweet.